This is a custom katana lightsaber that I'm calling the Cloaked Guardian. So I picked this up secondhand. I'm not sure, where it came from, but it does look pretty cool, and it looks very much like a samurai style sword. So if we take a closer look, one of the things you'll notice right away is it's a pretty long hilt. So this is definitely like a two-handed hilt. Again, very reminiscent of that katana or samurai sword. Now at the top of the hilt, we have the tsuba here. It's kind of this dish shape. It is a little loose. I think it could be kind of reattached maybe a bit more. At the top, there's kind of this S-curve shape in the emitter. And it does have a bit of a Kanan Jarrus look, this hilt does overall. The other thing you'll notice at the top of the hilt and throughout the hilt really is that this is very much a weathered hilt. So I would call this a heavy weathering, and it adds a lot of kind of character and charm to the hilt. There's a lot of kind of dark weathering right here with some of the silver showing through underneath. And then the dish is kind of weathered. It's sort of like a gritty looking weathering, kind of a darkening. So it's sort of like, this probably got some type of damage in battle or maybe it was in contact with flames. We don't know. We can create whatever story we would like. There's some kind of thin sort of golden grooves right here. And then also at the top, there's this brass thumbscrew greebly, and this serves both as a kind of an ornamental thing, but it also is functional. It serves as the blade retention screw. So it's always nice to have those functional greeblies. You see on the inside in the blade socket, it's a tri-cree LED. So this is a stunt saber, so it lights up but doesn't make sound. Now when we get to the grip area, you can see this gorgeous Tsuka Ito wrap, and it's a black leather, kind of a gloss leather, and so it has this really kind of this shininess to it, or gloss. And one thing I really like about the kind of diamond sections in this Tsuka Ito wrap is there's weathering underneath it. So if you look closely, let's see if I can get that. There we go. So you can really see the detail in the diamonds. It looks like there's kind of these color accents, right? So there's some darkness, but there's also kind of these, it's sort of a golden color, I think, in there. And it's all these different, it looks like it's maybe dinged or something. So, you could characterize it as sort of a battle mark. It also could be sort of a decoration. And you see that's very different on this side. So here's the whole thing. We have a CoverTech wheel on the bottom and a brass piece right here added to it as well, which kind of complements or ties together with the thumb screw at the top. And then also this hilt activates with a switch on the bottom of the hilt, so it's really tucked away. So you just kind of press that, and that's how you activate it. And to recharge the lightsaber, so this pommel is removable, and it's actually held in place with this retention screw right here. So the retention screw is a little close to the end of the wrap, as you can see. So just remove that very carefully because they're the wires in the pommel, but there is the charge port. So it's kind of neat to have that tucked away there as well. Or just, for kind of the aesthetics of it. All right, so this is the hilt overall. I know everybody wants to see a blade attached, so I'll bring a blade over here. It's just a standard blade. So a standard 1-inch diameter blade, I should say. It is a little bit of a snug fit, so want to be careful. Don't want to really force a blade too much or it might get stuck. You can always sand the blade down in order to make it fit. So now here it is, activated. Get a really nice balance, and it very much has a sword-like feel, especially since this has kind of a flat profile to it. So you can see there's a flat face on the front and the rear of the hilt. Gives it almost an oval shape, a little bit like a katana, surprisingly. Very cool. Now for one last thing, I have a ripper blade over here. It is a short ripper blade, but I really like the look of this paired with this kind of katana style saber. So this is a ripper blade tanto, or tanto ripper blade. So it's basically a short blade, and it is essentially kind of inspired by the samurai as well. So it's sort of like a short version of a katana blade, really. So that's probably a reason why it complements a katana style hilt. But yeah, it just, look at how that pairs together, you guys. Very cool. Could do some sword cuts. All right, you guys. Well, that's it for now. So this has been a look at a custom katana lightsaber. And yeah, I believe it's kind of a one-of-a-kind hilt that somebody made, but it has some nice weathering and, you know, very much kind of a, well, I've probably said it's katana-like enough, but I do think this ripper blade really pairs with it quite well. So feel free to comment below.